What quietly keeps people away from building assets? Spending before investing, chasing status over ownership, depending only on salary increases, avoiding financial education outside school, fearing calculated financial risks, wanting fast results without patience, confusing consumption with wealth. So, top 3 reasons why the wealthy buy assets first, but schools never teach it. 1. Assets create long-term income because they continue generating value over time. And many workers spend most of their income on liabilities and lifestyle upgrades. They remain financially dependent on monthly salaries. Wealthy individuals have prioritized buying businesses, stocks, and real estate. And financially educated people have started focusing more on ownership. You know what? If schools explained the difference between assets and liabilities clearly, more young adults would make smarter money decisions earlier. So, assets build freedom, while liabilities increase pressure. Not just about earning income, but rather about creating income, protecting ownership. 2. Ownership builds leverage because assets can grow without constant physical effort. People work longer hours and searched for job security constantly, and they still struggled to escape financial stress. You know what? Modern investors have used leverage and compounding strategically, and successful entrepreneurs have started teaching financial independence through ownership. If more families learned how leverage worked responsibly, they would stop relying only on active income. So, ownership scales faster than labor alone. Not just about working harder, but rather about building systems that grow independently. 3. Financial education stays incomplete because traditional systems reward employees more than investors. Many students memorize theories for exams and followed conventional career paths, and they graduated without understanding investing or cash flow. The internet has opened access to financial knowledge worldwide, and younger generations have started questioning outdated money beliefs. If schools taught investing and financial literacy seriously, more people would understand how wealth actually grows. So, financial knowledge changes financial outcomes. Not just about getting a degree, but rather about understanding how money truly works. This is Harland Nguyen. If you want to change your life, change the way you speak. Thanks for watching. What quietly destroys compound growth for most people? Starting investments too late, spending everything they earn, chasing fast profits emotionally, quitting during market downturns, ignoring long-term consistency, depending only on active income, underestimating the value of time. And here are the 3 reasons why compound interest is the only magic trick you need. 1. Compound interest builds wealth quietly because money continues growing on the top of previous growth, and many people delayed investing during their younger years and spend money on temporary pleasures, and they later regretted losing valuable time. Long-term investors have trusted consistent investing strategies, and more young adults have started understanding the power of compounding. If people invested small amounts earlier, it would create surprisingly large financial results later in life. So, time multiplies money faster than ever alone. Not just about investing more money, but rather about investing earlier and consistently. 2. Small financial decisions become powerful because repeated actions create exponential growth over decades. People ignored small savings and underestimated long-term investing, and they stayed financially dependent for years. You know what? Financial education has become more accessible online, and disciplined investors have started teaching younger generations about consistency. If schools explained compound growth properly, more students would value patience and long-term thinking. So, small habits create massive outcomes over time, not just about one big investment, but rather about repeated smart decisions. 3. Compound interest requires patience because wealth grows strongest over long periods of time. Many beginners chase fast profits and risky trends, and they lost money trying to become rich quickly. You know what? Experienced investors have focused on steady long-term growth, and financially successful people have started avoiding emotional investing decisions. And if more individuals respected long-term investing, they could avoid many costly financial mistakes. So, patience creates stronger wealth than hype, not just about making quick money, but rather about building lasting financial freedom. This is Harland with Thach. If you want to change your life, change the way you speak. Thanks for watching. What quietly shapes people's financial future every day? Spending without tracking money, delaying investing for later, choosing convenience over discipline, ignoring financial education completely, depending only on salary growth, following emotions instead of long term plans. So, there are three reasons why your daily habits predict your financial freedom at 40. 1. Financial habits shape long term outcomes because small daily decisions compound over time. Many people ignore budgeting and spend money impulsively. They struggle financially despite earning decent incomes. Successful investors have developed disciplined routines around saving and investing. And financially aware individuals have started tracking their spending more carefully. If more young adults build stronger money habits early, they would experience greater financial freedom later in life. So, daily habits quietly shape financial futures, not just about making more money, but rather about managing money consistently. 2. Discipline creates stability because emotional decisions often destroy financial progress. People chase trends and bought things for temporary satisfaction, and they accumulated stress and unnecessary debt. The digital world has increased impulsive spending habits, and then disciplined individuals have started focusing more on long-term financial goals. If consumers controlled emotional spending better, they would build wealth more effectively. So, discipline protects financial growth, not just about avoiding mistakes, but rather about creating lasting stability. 3. Consistency builds wealth because repeated smart actions become powerful over decades. And many beginners search for a quick success, and they missed the benefits of compound growth. Long-term investing has rewarded patient individuals consistently, and more people have started understanding the value of steady progress. And you know what? If families invested regularly over time, they would reduce financial pressure significantly by middle age. So, consistency beats intensity in wealth building, not just about short term motivation, but rather about long term commitment. This is Halloween that if you want to change your life, change the way you speak. Thanks for watching. 3 toxic money myths to the drop right now. 1. Hard work alone does not guarantee wealth because income without strategy often leads to burnout. Many workers sacrifice their health and work endless hours, but they still struggle to achieve financial stability. Modern entrepreneurs have focused more on leverage and smart investing. Successful people have started valuing systems over constant effort. If more individuals learn the financial strategy earlier, they would stop trading all their time for money. So, Effort without direction limits growth. Not just about working harder, but rather about working smarter. 2. Debt is not always bad because some debt can create opportunities and long-term wealth. People feared all borrowing and avoided financial risk completely, and they missed valuable investment chances. Wealthy investors have used strategic debt to buy assets. The financial education has slowly changed how younger generations view leverage. If schools explain the protective debt property, more families would build stronger financial foundations. So, smart debt can become a tool, not just about avoiding liabilities, but rather about creating assets. 3. You do not need to be rich to start investing because smart, consistent actions create powerful results over time. And many beginners waited for the perfect moment and delayed investing for years, and they lost valuable time in the market. Technology has made investing more accessible than ever. Ordinary people have started building wealth with smart money contributions. If more young adults invested early with consistency, they would gain financial confidence much sooner. So, starting matters more than waiting. Not just about having a lot of money, but rather about building momentum early. This is Harland with Thach. If you want to change your life, change the way you speak. Thanks for watching. 3 money lessons nobody teaches you in your 20s. 1. Your income alone will not make you wealthy because lifestyle inflation grows faster than most salaries. Many young adults earned more money after graduation and spend more on status and comfort, and they stay financially stressed. You know what? Social media has normalized expensive lifestyles, and countless people have started comparing their success to strangers online. If more people control their spending habits early, they would build wealth much faster. So, higher income does not guarantee financial freedom. Not just about earning more money, but rather about keeping and growing money wisely. 2. Nobody will care about your future more than you because financial responsibility is completely personal. People depend on jobs for security and trusted others to guide their financial decisions, and they often regret waiting too long to earn. And modern economy has become unpredictable, and more individuals have started building side incomes and investment skills. But you know what? If schools taught financial education seriously, many young adults would avoid years of financial confusion. So your financial future is your responsibility, not just about working hard, but rather about thinking independently. 3. Time is more valuable than money because compound growth requires people who start early. Many individuals delayed investing and ignored small opportunities. They later realized how much time they had wasted. Long-term investing has created massive wealth for disciplined people, and younger generations have slowly started understanding the power of compounding. If people invested consistently in their 20s, they would reduce financial pressure later in life. So time quietly builds wealth, not just about making fast profits, but rather about building lasting freedom. This is Harland with Thach. If you want to change your life, change the way you speak. Thanks for watching. Top 3 investment tools your bank will never tell you. 1. Wealth grows faster through ownership because assets continue working even when people sleep. You know what? Many employees chase higher salaries and work longer hours, and they still struggle financially. Successful investors have focused on buying businesses, stocks, and real estate, and more young people have started learning about ownership. If families invested earlier, instead of only saving money, they would build long-term financial freedom faster. So, ownership multiplies wealth over time, not just about earning money, but rather about making money work for you. 2. Save money often becomes expensive because inflation slowly reduces purchasing power. People dreaded traditional savings accounts and avoided investing, and they lost financial opportunities year after year. And the global economy has changed dramatically, and smart investors have searched for assets that grow faster than inflation. If more people understood the hidden cost of doing nothing, they would invest more confidently. So, playing too safe can become risky, not just about avoiding losses, but rather about creating growth. 3. Financial freedom takes patience because real wealth compounds quietly over time. Many beginners chased quick profits and followed market hype, and they eventually lose money and confidence. Experienced investors have built wealth steadily through consistency, and disciplined habits have become more valuable than lucky talent. And if people respected long-term investing earlier, they would avoid many financial mistakes. So, consistency builds stronger wealth than excitement. Not just about getting rich quickly, but rather about staying wealthy for life. This is Harland with Thach. If you want to change your life, change the way you speak. Thanks for watching. 3 reasons your savings account is secretly making you poorer. 1. Your money is losing value because inflation quietly is it every year. Most people trusted banks and saved every paycheck, and they felt safe but stayed financially stuck. The economy had changed rapidly, and smart investors have started building assets instead of only saving cash. If people understood how inflation worked earlier, they would protect money more wisely. So, unused money slowly lost its power. Not just about saving money, but rather about making money grow. 2. Your savings account keeps you comfortable because it rewards safety more than growth. Many workers followed the traditional path and avoided risk. They missed life-changing opportunities. The digital world has created new ways to invest, and millions of people have discovered multiple income streams. And you know what? If schools taught financial intelligence instead of only job security, more people would escape the paycheck cycle. So, comfort often delays wealth, not just about protecting income, but rather about expanding income. 3. Your bank balance stays small because your money works for the bank instead of for you. People deposited their cash for years and earned tiny interest, and banks use that same money to create massive profits. Wealthy individuals have learned how to use investing, ownership, and leverage. And ordinary people have started questioning financial advice. If more families learned how assets truly work, they would stop trading time only for money. So, ownership creates freedom, not just about earning a salary, but rather about building financial, independence. Humans really invested in system where inflation quietly steals purchasing power while banks hand you 1.10 magic. Top 3 wealth building habits schools forget to teach you. 1. Paying yourself first. It is powerful because wealthy people protect their future before spending on entertainment or luxury. And you know what? Many workers spend everything they earned and struggled financially for years. And you know what? The digital economy has increased distractions, and people have started spending money faster than they save it. But if young adults saved and invested automatically every month, they would create financial stability much earlier in life. So, wealth grows when saving becomes a priority. Not just about earning more money, but rather about keeping and growing what you already earn. 2. Building income beyond one paycheck. It is dangerous, because relying on one source of income creates financial vulnerability. And many employees lost jobs unexpectedly and faced serious financial pressure. But technology has opened countless opportunities. People have started creating side businesses, digital products, and investments online. And if workers develop multiple income streams earlier, would reduce stress and increase freedom dramatically. So, one paycheck rarely creates real wealth, not just about working harder, but rather about creating systems that continue paying you. 3. Thinking long term instead of chasing quick rewards. You know, it is important because financial financial freedom requires patience more than excitement. And many people chase fast profits and make emotional financial decisions. But the investment world has changed rapidly and disciplined investors have started outperforming impulsive traders over time. And if people focused on consistency instead of instant results, they would build stronger wealth year after year. So patience quietly beats pressure, not just about making fast money, but rather about building lasting financial freedom. Last but not least, what silently slows people down financially? Spending before planning, ignoring investing for too long, depending only on salary increases, seeking comfort over discipline, following trends without understanding money, wanting instant success without consistency, avoiding financial education outside school. And you know what? Schools taught millions of people how to memorize formulas for exams nobody remembers after graduation. It somehow skipped taxes, investing, negotiation, and compound interest. Truly committed to learning everything except survival mechanics. This is Harland with Thach. If you want to change your life, change the way you speak. Thanks for watching. 3 hidden traps stopping you from reaching financial freedom. 1. Depending on one source of income. This is risky because a single paycheck can disappear at any moment. Many professionals lost jobs unexpectedly and faced financial pressure immediately in recent years. More people have started building side businesses, investments, and digital income streams to create stability. If individuals developed multiple income sources earlier, they would reduce financial stress significantly. So, one income creates vulnerability, not just about earning money, but rather about creating financial security from different directions. Delaying investing while waiting for the perfect time. This mindset is harmful, because time matters more than perfection in investing. People postponed investing for years and missed the power of compound growth. Financial education has become more accessible. Younger generations have started learning how small investments grow over time. If people invested consistently instead of waiting, they would build wealth much faster by age 30. So, hesitation quietly destroys the opportunities. Not just about finding the perfect investment, but rather about starting early and staying consistent. 3. Chasing status instead of building assets. This habit is dangerous because appearances often create long-term financial pressure. And many young adults upgraded their lifestyles and ignored saving or investing. And you know what? Social media has increased comparison culture, and countless people have started measuring success through luxury instead of ownership. If people focused on acquiring assets instead of attention, they would achieve financial freedom sooner. So, image rarely creates wealth. Not just about looking successful, but rather about becoming financially independent. This is Harland with Thach. If you want to change your life, change the way you speak. Thanks for watching. 3 uncomfortable truths about money nobody wants to admit. 1. Most people stay broke because of their habits, not their income. This reality is difficult because daily decisions shape financial outcomes. And many people earn more money and still end up in debt. Over the years, financial experts have noticed that consistent habits have created more wealth than occasional big paychecks. But if people track their spending honestly, they would discover how much money disappears through emotional purchases and bad habits. So, small decisions control long-term wealth, not just about making money, but rather about matching behavior. 2. Nobody is coming to save you financially. This truth feels harsh because many people wait for the perfect opportunity or support. Some individuals blame the economy and avoid taking responsibility for their finances. But modern technology has given people more access to knowledge, and many self-made entrepreneurs have started building income streams independently. And if people stopped waiting for rescue, they would take action much sooner. So, financial freedom requires personal responsibility, not just about hoping for change, but rather about creating change yourself. 2. Looking rich is often the fastest way to stay poor. This mindset is toxic because appearances usually cost more than they return. People bought luxury items and sacrifice long-term investments. And social media has normalized fake success, and many young adults have started confusing attention with achievement. But if people cared less about impressing others, they would build far stronger financial foundations. So, real wealth is usually quiet, not just about showing success, but rather about creating lasting security and freedom. This is Harland Nguyen Thach. If you want to change your life, change the way you speak. Thanks for watching. Top 3 reasons hard work won't make you rich at 30. Reason 1. Hard work without ownership creates limited income. This is the problem because most people only trade time for money. And many young professionals work long hours and still struggle financially. In recent years, successful people have focused more on building assets, businesses, and investments instead of depending only on salaries. You know what? If employees owned income production assets earlier, they would create wealth much faster. So, effort alone does not guarantee financial freedom. Not just about working harder, but rather about building something that continues paying you. Reason 2. Most people increase their lifestyle faster than their income. This habit is dangerous because higher earnings often lead to higher spending. And people received promotions and immediately upgraded their cars, phones, and lifestyles. And you know what? Social media has encouraged comparison culture, and many young adults have started spending money to impress others instead of investing for the future. But if people controlled lifestyle inflation, they would save and invest far more by age 30. So keeping money matters as much as making money. Not just about earning more, but rather about managing money wisely. And reason number 3, hard work without financial knowledge leads to slow growth. This happens because schools rarely teach wealth building skills. Many workers stayed busy and ignored investing, taxes, cash flow. Books, podcasts, and online education have helped more people understand how money works. And if financial education were taught earlier, more young people would avoid debt and grow wealth strategically. So, knowledge multiplies income faster than effort alone. Not just about staying busy, but rather about understanding how wealth is truly created. Always remember, job is a wrong idea. Don't ever look for a job. Always tell yourself that I'm a job creator. I'm not a job seeker. I'm a job creator. So be a job creator.